Hi everyone, welcome back. As you can see, I'm a little deep in thought this morning. I have this week to start my seeds for fall, and I have gone through all of my seed stock, and yes, I have 3 huge containers full of seeds. My eyes are bigger than my garden, and I do make the mistake of buying more seeds than I need to. But I went through everything, and I have spring and summer seeds, and then I have my fall and winter seeds. And so I have to now figure out how many plants I need in each bed. Okay, so I've got kale. This is a new style for me. I usually do the leafy kale, but these are broadleaf kales. So I'm going to try this new brand this year, see how it does. And then I have mustards. And I've never grown mustards, but I'm going to this year. And as you can tell, most of my seeds are from Baker Creek. I like to use the heirloom seeds. And then I've got collards. So this is also new for me, so I don't know how this is going to go. But those 3 are going to go in the same bed, along with my rainbow Swiss chard and the regular Swiss chard. I've got several different cabbages. They all come up at different time intervals. I got the Savoy. I've got the Golden Acre. Now, my sugar snap peas, I cannot grow peas in the spring. I always have to do mine in the fall because we have our cool winter from October to January, February. That's in the 50s, 60s, sometimes 70s. And right around December, January, we'll get maybe 1 or 2 days of a freeze, and then we'll go back into the 40s and 50s. Turnips. And then I've got 2 kinds of beets. Okay, I think I have it. We'll see. I have to start my seeds, and my seeds starting for my fall is tomorrow. As I look at my calendar from last year, I started my seeds on the 19th. And we're already at the 20th, so I'm kind of like right around there tiptoeing. I got about another week to get my seeds started because I don't plant these in the garden until mid to late October, because that's when we start cooling down. We get into the 80s and lower at that point. But we're still going to be in the mid to high 90s all the way through September. So my seeds will be in a rack on my front porch, protected from the sun. It cannot go in the greenhouse because my greenhouse is 120 degrees and nothing is going to grow in there. Especially these. These need cooler soil, 70s and stuff. They don't need 100 and 120 degree soil in the greenhouse. So I think I calculated right. I'm only going to fill 4 beds this year, so that way I can cover them. There's some that don't need covering because they like the cool or light frost. That's 1 long bed. And then the other bed, I will plant things in there that need to be covered up if we get a freak frost, for a day or 2. So I calculated in my head, I need to start seeds tomorrow. I need to start 10 collards, 10 Swiss chard, 5 dill plants, 10 parsley plants, 10 cilantro plants, 5 Swiss chard. Okay, that can't be right. Mustard, cilantro, that's collards. I need 5 collards. No, I need 10 collards. I just messed up. I had an oops on that one. I would have planted too much on my chard, but I ended up it's supposed to be kale instead of chard. So I got 10 collards, 10 Swiss chard, 5 dill, 10 parsley, 10 cilantro, 5 kale. That's what was missing, it was the kale. 5 mustards, 20 lettuces, 8 Savoy cabbage, 8 the green cabbage. I need 8 the calabrese broccoli, 8 Tocino broccoli, and 8 celery. And then I direct sow my beets and my turnips and my peas. I ordered my garlic and my onions already, and I direct sow carrots and radishes. So those are all the things that I can grow in the fall here in South Central Texas. Well, hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Doris and you're watching My Savage Homestead. Well, today I am starting my soups for wintertime. So I'm looking around, finding jars of vegetables, frozen vegetables, and I'm going to convert them into winter soups. So today I'm going to make a Italian sausage with potato soup, and then I'm going to make a green chili stew. And I'm going to go step by step with you so you'll know how to make this from start to finish. So come along with me. Let's go ahead and make some soup today. Okay, first up for us is going to be the green chili stew. And that's going to have a combination of hamburger and pork, ground pork in it. It's going to be with tomatoes and potatoes and green chilies and some other seasonings that go into it. But it's a really nice warm soup for the winter time. So this is one of my favorites. I like this one a lot. So let's go ahead and get started on this one. Green chili stew. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our Dutch oven on medium. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of oil. We're going to put in a half a pound of hamburger. And we're going to do half a pound of ground pork. Now if you can't find a packet of ground pork, you can find pork sausages like this. And they're all ground up. Just make sure they're not heavy in seasonings. And we're going to cook this until it's thoroughly cooked all the way. Let's just go ahead and get that mixed a little bit. And we're going to let that cook. We're going to get our vegetables started. Okay, now you're going to need 4 medium-sized potatoes. You need to peel them. And you're going to dice them into cubes. Okay, so we're going to cut the potatoes up into cubes. We got all of our potatoes cut, diced into fine cubes. Now we're going to add it to the meat mixture. Add our potatoes to our meat. And if you notice, the meat is in small chunks. You don't want huge chunks in your stew, your green chili stew. You want small pieces of meat. Okay, now that we've got that in there, we're going to do 28 ounces of peeled stewed tomatoes. And this one here is my jar of stewed tomatoes I did last year. So 28 ounces of stewed tomatoes. I'll just mash those up a bit. I need 2 cups of chicken stock. I'm going to use mine. You're going to need 12 ounces of green chilies, or if you've got fresh Anaheim chili peppers, use those. That would come out to be 8 to 10 fresh Anaheim peppers if you choose that route, or 12 ounces of green chilies, which this is what it looks like. Okay, we're going to mix that up. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of salt, a fourth a teaspoon of black pepper, you're going to do a half a teaspoon of dried oregano, you're going to do a fourth of a teaspoon of coriander. And then you're going to do 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. And you're going to blend that all together. And then you're going to put a lid on it. And you're going to cook it for 45 minutes. Okay, now that we have our green chili stew cooking for about 45 minutes, we're going to go ahead and get started on the Italian sausage potato soup. And this has got carrots and spinach and potatoes. It's got cream in it, so it's a really smooth soup. Italian sausage, and of course like garlic and some seasonings and stuff, but really simple, really quick to put together. Really nice on a cool winter afternoon and you want some soup, or you can even have it for dinner time. But because it is a hearty soup, it's got a lot of stuff in it. So let's go ahead and get started. Italian sausage potato soup. Okay, we're going to start off with 2 tablespoons of oil, 3 tablespoons of minced garlic, and you're going to cook this for about 2 minutes. You don't want to burn the garlic, you just want to toast it just a little bit in the oil. Okay, now that we cooked the garlic a couple of minutes, we're going to add our Italian sausage into it. Going to need 1 pound of Italian sausage. And you're just going to cook that up until it's thoroughly cooked. Okay, now that we have our sausage cooked and our garlic, we're going to remove the sausage. Okay, and we're going to set this to the side. We're going to turn this off until we're ready to put our potatoes and carrots in. Okay, for this soup, you can hear the sausage cooking in the background there. You're going to need 1 yellow onion. You're going to 3 medium potatoes. You're going to need 2 large carrots, and I don't have large carrots, so mine are breaking down in that way. And then you're going to need fresh spinach. So let's go ahead and get the vegetables cut up, and then we're going to go ahead and put it in the soup. Just going to go ahead and get everything washed up. And you've seen me before. This is my carrot scrubber. It's orange. So it reminds me that this is specifically for my carrots. And it just rubs everything off so you have a clean carrot. That way I don't have to waste time peeling my carrots. This does it for me. It takes the fine hairs and the dirt off the carrot, and you have a nice, clean looking carrot. Let's go ahead and get these potatoes peeled and then the carrots cleaned up. Let's go ahead and get the yellow onion diced up, and we're going to go ahead and put this in the pan with the meat and garlic grease, and we're going to let this cook for a couple minutes until it's translucent. It's back on low, and we're just going to add this to the pot with the meat drippings, and we're going to cook this for about 3 to 5 minutes depending on your stovetop temp. We're going to get that onions translucent, and let's go ahead and work on the potatoes and the carrots. And we're just going to dice these up into very thin pieces like that. Okay, now that we got those chopped up, we're going to go and add these to the onions. So we're going to cut our 3 potatoes into small cubes. Okay, now you're going to add 4 cups of chicken stock. Again, this is my chicken stock that I did last year. So we're going to bring this up to a boil, and then we're going to put a lid on it, and we're going to let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, now that we've got the soup boiling for 20 minutes, we're going to go ahead and dice up 2 cups of fresh spinach. Make sure you don't have any stems in it. We're going to put this off to the side, and in 20 minutes we're going to add it to our soup. Okay, our green chili stew is done on the stove. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it off, and we're going to put it on the counter here, and we're going to let it cool. Okay, we're going to check our Italian sausage and potato soup. We're just going to see if the potatoes are cooked through, and yes, it just dices it right in half when I stick the spoon right into it. So that is now cooked correctly. So now we're going to add the sausage back to the pot. So we're going to add a teaspoon of dry oregano, a teaspoon of dried basil, we're going to do salt and pepper. I'd say that was probably about a fourth to a half. Remember, you can always add salt, but you can never take salt away. So you always have to be careful with salt. You're going to add your 2 cups of chopped spinach. Going to blend that together. You're going to stir it until the spinach starts to wilt. You don't need it soggy, you just need it just slightly cooked. Okay, now that you've got that in there, you're going to add 2 cups of cream, heavy cream. If you don't have heavy cream, you can do half and half. Going to stir that up. Going to give it a couple of minutes. You want to warm up the cream, but you don't want it to boil because you risk the chance of curdling your cream. So we're going to give this about 5 minutes. Okay, so all we wanted to do was warm up the cream. We didn't want to bring it to a boil or anything, but you can always test it, put your finger in there, see if it's warm enough, and it is. So we are done with this soup, and we're going to put it off to the side as well and let it cool down so that we can put it in storage containers. Okay guys, our soup is now cool enough so we can put them in containers to put them in the freezer. But I bought these at Dollar Tree. They are 3 containers. They're 2 cups each. They hold up to 2 cups in these containers. They're only $1.25, so I got 3 of these for $1.25. So we're going to go ahead and put our soups in there. So we're going to go ahead and evenly distribute the solids of the soup. So we'll do a ladle in each one, and then we'll come back and we'll add more solids if we have room, or we'll just add a whole bunch of liquid. Just going to go back one more time with another full ladle. And it looks like we are going to have enough for 6 servings of your green chili stew or soup. We're just going to go ahead and put the lids on them, let them cool down, and then we'll go ahead and put them in the freezer. Okay, now we're going to do the same with our Italian sausage and potato soup. Now don't confuse this with Toscano soup, because it's got kale and other seasonings in it than this soup. This is a totally different soup from the Toscano soup. May look similar, but it tastes different, and it's got different things in it. We're just going to do the same. I'm going to ladle solids in first. Evenly distribute the meat and vegetables into the soup. I mean, how many times have you opened a can of soup and all it is liquid? And soups nowadays, they're $2, $3 for a can, and you barely get anything. Okay, so then we're gonna do it in reverse. We're gonna add the liquid to it. And then again, you have 6 servings of soup. I got a little bit too much in this one. We'll put some in there. We'll put some in there. We'll even it out. There we go. And same thing, just put the lid on it. Wait for it to cool down. We'll label it and we'll put it in the freezer. And this is soup for wintertime. There you have it, guys. 12 meals for the wintertime. You have 6 of your green chili stew, and then you have 6 of your Italian sausage and potato. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something today. Thank you for watching, and please hit that subscribe button for me. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.